right, Calvin Johnson says his relationship with the Lions are still not resolved. He also talked about he would have went anywhere the year before he retired. He ever traded, but the Lions refused to trade him. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Sorry, man. Been a long video day. Got a lot of good videos coming for the channel. Or probably already be up before this video. Excuse me. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Appreciate the love and support. Keep sharing the videos. Calvin Johnson says his relationship not resolved with the Lions. He said when Calvin Johnson became the newest member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Detroit Lions fans were waiting for Megatron to reunite with the organization. And for a brief moment, Lions fans were led to believe they were headed in the right direction. After all, those were the words of team president Rod Wood. According to Johnson, Megatron himself, they had him on Woodward Stories yesterday. Shout out to them for a great interview. That is not the case. On Thursday afternoon, Johnson and former teammate, now business partner Rob Sims, and the marijuana business appear on Woodward Sports The Hook to promote their cannabis brand, Primitive Elevated Wellness. Johnson and Sims started the interview by discussing how they started their brand and benefited from the cannabis. The conversation then shifted to football. Johnson and Sims fielded questions regarding the thoughts on Dan Campbell, Peninsula, and the state of the Detroit Lions, right? But when he had the conversation with Matthew Stafford lately, the conversation took a revealing turn. I was talking to Stafford yesterday, and Matthew was doing well, said Johnson. I'm happy for him because he's happy that he's out in California, and him and his beautiful family, they're loving their time out there. Quote, when he's comfortable, he's good where he's at, so you can only expect good things from him. I look forward to seeing him out there. Although both parties agreed to the trade at the end of January, on March 18th, Lions traded Matthew Stafford to the Los Angeles Rams for Jared Goff, 2 first-round picks, 2022, 2023, and a third-round pick, 2021. The trade ended Stafford's 12-year tenure as the Lions quarterback. Shortly after, Johnson fielded questions on whether he had resentment over Stafford getting a chance to lead Detroit and not him. And that's when Megatron began to peel back more layers. As a cool kid said, Johnson started to spill some tea. Quote, you know what? It sucked that they didn't let me go. But they let Matthew go. But hey, it is what it is, said Johnson. I'm not mad at Matthew. I love Matthew. The Hook co-host Tom Mazaway, sorry if I mispronounced your name, then asked Johnson if he would have gone to the Oakland Raiders. And that's when Johnson chuckled and replied, man, I would have went anywhere. Johnson stated that when it was time to retire, he asked the Lions front office if they would allow him to move on, and they denied his request. We asked, would they release me or let me go to another team? Johnson said they wouldn't. Another nugget that Johnson let slip, that there's still lingering issues with him and the Lions, but that won't impact the relationship with the players. Quote, I'm not back in the family with the Lions or anything like that, said Johnson. It would be nice if they tried to resolve things, but that's neither here or there. I'm always here to support the players. That's what it's about, supporting the players. The Detroit Lions having a great offseason with repairing the team image, and it's something that the fans have applauded. But despite the great work they've done so far, there's one more thing to repair: his relationship with them and Calvin Johnson. Megatron heading to the Hall of Fame with a fractured relationship with the Lions will be a black eye for them, and that's why they don't win. You can catch that interview on Woodward Sports. That's why they don't win. I say it again. That's why they don't win. That's karma. They trade Matthew Stafford, and I understand it's a difference in ownership, but I'm going to show y'all how to flip it. It's a difference in ownership, but most people going to say you trade Matthew Stafford, but don't trade Barry Sanders and Megatron. Come on, how do you not trade Barry Sanders and Megatron? And that's messed up for Megatron. You see them let Stafford go. But me, I was a way better player than Stafford. On the all-time Lions list, I was a way better player. And then you start thinking, all right, maybe they turn a new leaf with the and unfortunately, you look at the new ownership, you think things are turning the tide, but honestly, it's not turning the tide. It's not going well. They're not doing what they got to do. And that's the biggest problem right there, that it shows you that they're not changing. They're not changing. If they were changing, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Trying to have his money and everything would be worked out, and he'd be back in the fold. It took them a long time to get Barry Sanders back in the fold, and they went through the same situation. You're not doing right for me. You're not winning. And then you're not gonna let me go. But you let Stafford go, based on what? You know, because he wasn't a better player, nowhere near Calvin Johnson. He wasn't nowhere near Barry Sanders. So why did he get to go and I didn't get to go? You know, he wanted you to keep the offensive coordinator. You still let him go. So for him to say he would have went anywhere, for him to say he would have went anywhere, Jacksonville, Oakland, to get away from Detroit Lions, let you know what time it was. And he had to retire. You retired one of the great talents. You know, and that's why one of the reasons the NFL need to get rid of the franchise tag. Honestly, let me go wherever I'm going to go to. Because imagine Tom Brady with Aaron Rodgers or with Tom Brady or with Peyton Manning. Why he didn't get that opportunity? Because if he don't sign an extension, you're going to franchise him 2 years in a row. He get injured, then you let him go. Come on. NFL need to change a lot of the things in the way they do things. For him to say I will go anywhere. Come on, man. Anywhere? Come on. And we've seen players play into their past 35 as receivers playing into their 30s. Jerry Rice is the greatest receivers of all time. He played into his 40s. For him to play anywhere, does that not settle in? And a lot of people took the Lions. A lot of fans took the Lions side. I can't say people. A lot of Lions fans took the Lions side over Barry and over Calvin. You know, so they didn't even support. They didn't even support Calvin. Even though this is the same franchise, while he was there, that went on 16. Same franchise that wasted Barry Sanders' career. Under the ownership. And you take the Lions back, and that's why a lot of people don't like my channel, because I keep it 100. If they win it, I'm going to keep it 100. When you got fans taking an organization back and wasted two of the greatest football players that you'll ever see, Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders, how can you back them up? How can you support them? How can you back them over Calvin? Well, Calvin didn't do nothing off the field. Remember the Lions had a stretch run of off the field issues? Calvin wasn't a part of that. So what is it boil down between why did Stafford get traded and he didn't? What does it boil down to? Talent, because he wasn't better than Stafford wasn't better than Calvin or Barry. What did it boil down to? That you're not gonna play nowhere else but for us? And that's messed up that he had to go through that, man, with Mr. Ford and the Fords. He was forced to retire. Barry wanted to go to Miami. He was forced to retire. And to me, that's sad. And remember, Stafford and Calvin was gonna retire before that, and his father talked him into keep playing. You don't want to trade a nice guy. You don't want to trade a nice guy who went through. That's just make you don't want to root from a nice guy. Even Bill Belichick, he told Rand he took care of his players. Remember he had Reggie Wayne, and Reggie Wayne said, "I ain't going to Detroit for no tryout," but he tried out for the Patriots. It didn't work out. Bill Belichick let him keep his money. Think Detroit would have did that? No. Come on, why would I? You know, people say why Detroit can't get free agents? When you live in a bad area, you ain't gonna be living in Detroit. You're going to be living in a great area. The area ain't the issue. The fans ain't the issue. Because our fans, compared to LA fans with Stafford go, it's no comparison. LA don't care about football. You know, they got great high school football. The problem is the organization. And an organization success or lack of success reflects ownership. They haven't even won the NFC North. Come on, even when Matthew Stafford went down. You know, they still didn't. I mean, even when Aaron Rodgers was down, they still didn't win it. They still didn't win it. They haven't won the NFC. It used to be the Central, but they haven't won the NFC North. You know, and that's messed up, man. That you know you can't get over that hump even when the best player in the division injured. And then he may be walking away from the game. You think they still gonna take advantage of that? No. No. But To me, it's messed up. It's messed up, but man. Like Tupac said, that's just the way it is. But him saying, I'll go anywhere. But as far as them not mending the relationship, I'm not surprised. Rod Wood straight up is a buster, a liar. He's a buster. Why would you lie about that? You ain't really making no progress. Progress ain't the process. And then you don't want to give him a funky $1 million? That's all he wants to come back. Funky $1 million. I would go in there with no line color, all black or whatever white color I want. And come on. $1 million? You can have him just do a signing and you can make that $1 million back. Have him sign some stuff and say you sign some stuff and make some appearance at some Detroit Lions charity events and get your $1 million. You know, you can do 10 events, and every event he do, give him his 10, give him $100 million, give him a little bit extra. But the Lions don't want to mend a relationship with staff with Calvin Johnson, and we know what it's about. We know what it's about. You know, I ain't even gotta say we know what the difference between Stafford, Calvin, and Barry is. Barry and Calvin and Stafford. We know what it is, man. And it's very unfortunate that, you know, that's why people don't want to play for the organization. You gotta understand, the league is the league, man. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links, description. Twitter's the fastest way to reach me. Then Facebook, then Instagram. Facebook group link there as well too. You can reach out anytime when I advertise this on the channel, video request, chop it up, links there. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Mercy Sports Talk. Peace, and don't forget to check my main channel out right here on YouTube. Goodfellas Sports TV. Peace. All right, all my Detroit Piston fans and all my Detroit fans, all my Motor City Sports Talk fans, make sure you guys go check out Piston Mike. We got him over 100 followers. So make sure you check him out. Everything Pistons, man. He gonna hold it down and do his thing just strictly on the Pistons thing. You know, I got the Lions and Pistons, but man, we always trying to help people get their channel up. Let's get them to 200 next, 300 next, 400 next, 500 next, and let's get them all the way to a rack so you can start making that bag. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over to Piston Mike as you see it on the screen. Let's get them to 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, and the whole shebang. Peace.